And a very good Wednesday morning to you. The economy is in the spotlight.
That's right, Craig, with growing concerns over the cost of everything. It's December 10th. This is Today. Price check. President Trump zeroes in on the economy at an overnight rally, acknowledging Americans are paying too much.
And I can't say affordability hoax because I agree the prices were too high.
But laying the blame on Democrats.
They're repairing 4 years of disaster.
Straight ahead, how the president plans to bring prices down and the major decision on interest rates coming today. Holiday rush, a record-breaking 122 million Americans expected to travel in the weeks ahead. This morning we'll tell you the busiest times to avoid. Weather worries, millions on alert for yet another blast of Arctic air. And the next winter storm set to bring more than a foot of snow to parts of the Northeast. Al's got everything you need to know. Face to Face, the dramatic new body camera video showing the moment police first confronted accused CEO killer Luigi Mangione.
Someone called that they thought you were suspicious. Oh, I'm sorry. Is your ID on you?
Just ahead, why the defense wants jurors never to see that video. Breaking overnight, anti-social. Australia becomes the first nation in the world to ban social media for children.
If you're under 16, you're no longer allowed to have a social media account.
The reaction from parents and teens, and could a ban happen here? Those stories plus look out below.
Oh my goodness.
The dramatic moment, a plane makes an emergency landing right on top of a car, and incredibly, everyone walked away. We'll have the latest on the investigation. And jackpot. Tonight's Powerball prize soaring to nearly $1 billion. Americans coast to coast buying up tickets, hoping to make their biggest holiday wishes come true today, Wednesday, December 10th, 2025.
From NBC News, this is Today with Savannah Guthrie. From Washington, D.C., and Craig Melvin. From Studio 1A in Rockefeller Plaza.
Hi, everybody. Good morning. Welcome to Today. And nice to have you with us on a Wednesday morning from Washington and New York. Morning, guys.
Good morning. Savannah, of course, there in the nation's capital, where she hosted a very special event last night. We'll have more on that a little bit later. So Chanel Jones is helping us out.
Oh,
here
Chanel?
in Studio 1A. Chanel,
I'm sorry. I think this is the lead story. Chanel Jones,
yeah,
the new host of the 10 o'clock
friends.
hour with Jenna. We are so delighted for you, Chanel, and so proud and happy.
I'm waking up with a heart full of gratitude this morning. All of the tweets and messages, and my heart is just overflowing. So thank you, guys.
We are still celebrating that big news here, and we're going to celebrate a little bit later as well. Jenna and Chanel.
Sounds good.
Let's get to our top story right now, though. The economy, of course, and a closer look at your bottom line heading into the holidays now.
Well, the president addressed that issue at a campaign-style event in Pennsylvania overnight. He touted a new slogan, Make America Affordable Again.
And it comes as more Americans are feeling the effects of those high prices. Housing and groceries up nearly 30%. Electricity and gas up almost 40%.
Well, we've got it all covered here, including a big decision expected later today from the Federal Reserve, what that could mean for your budget. We'll start with NBC's Peter Alexander, who is at the White House here in Washington. Peter, good morning.
Savannah, good morning to you. President Trump last night kicking off a campaign that aides here say will stretch through next year's midterms, insisting it'll focus heavily on the economy. But overnight, the president repeatedly veered off course to his favorite targets. And on that key issue, the topic of affordability, his speech underscored this disconnect between the president's claims that Americans are doing great and their growing frustrations about the cost of living. President Trump in Pennsylvania overnight touting his economic agenda in his first time on the trail in 5 months.
I have no higher priority than making America affordable again.
The president facing growing dissatisfaction with his handling of the economy, focusing on affordability, which he's called a Democratic hoax.
They always have a hoax. The new word is affordability. I can't say affordability hoax because I agree the prices were too high.
Test driving a new message to voters ahead of next year's critical midterms.
You're getting lower prices, bigger paychecks.
But while wages have ticked up, so have prices, especially at grocery stores where staples like beef and orange juice are up. Last night, the president also occasionally straying from his economic message.
I haven't read practically anything off the stupid teleprompter.
And focusing on immigration, referring to highly publicized remarks from an Oval Office meeting during his first term.
Remember, I said that to the senators, and we had a meeting. And I say, why is it we only take people from whole countries, right? Why can't we have some people from Norway, Sweden? But we always take people from Somalia, places that are a disaster, right? Filthy, dirty, disgusting.
But overnight, another sign of headwinds for the president's party, with NBC News projecting Miami has elected its first Democratic mayor in nearly 3 decades. Eileen Higgins securing a landslide victory over her Republican rival, Emilio Gonzalez, who was endorsed by President Trump in a race that was largely centered on the topic of affordability. And in that speech last night, President Trump said his chief of staff told him that he needs to start hitting the campaign trail again to try to motivate MAGA voters, a move that may help reinvigorate his base, but one that Democrats are already welcoming, confident that if next year's midterms are viewed as a referendum on President Trump, it'll drive up their voters to the polls as well. Savannah and Craig.
All right, Peter, I'll grab it. Thank you. Those growing concerns over affordability and consumer prices are playing out as the Federal Reserve is now just hours away from announcing its next move on interest rates. NBC's senior business correspondent Christine Romans is here with us in Washington waiting for that.
That's right.
Let's talk about what the president said last night, acknowledging that affordability is a real issue. He's also said prices are coming down tremendously and that they're crushing inflation. What's the reality check? Bearing in mind that Americans can do their own fact check. They're the ones going to the grocery store and buying things. They know if prices are up or down.
Yeah, and it's not just groceries. It's utilities. It's car insurance. I mean, over the past 5 years, since February 2020, before COVID, some of these things are up double digits, 20, 30, 40%. Look at those numbers, especially like auto insurance. Some of these things are non-negotiables in the family budget, so people really are feeling that. The president talking about how gas prices are lower. That is true. Talking about how cereal and ham and some single products are a little bit lower. But overall, I think, zoom out, it's the past 5 years of these price issues. And the CPI, the inflation rate at 3% right now, it's exactly where it was at the end of the Biden administration.
So into all of this, the Federal Reserve enters the chat, has been in a series of interest rate cuts. And it's, as always, the question is, will there be further cuts? The Fed concerned about inflation, but also the unemployment picture.
That's right. And the Fed has to balance that. It has 2 jobs: to make sure that people are fully employed, the economy is fully employed, and to make sure that prices aren't too high. So we think the Fed might cut rates here today to support the job market, to support the economy a little bit, but it has to be careful because if you start cutting rates, you could fan inflation again. So that is the tightrope that the Fed is walking, but we do expect maybe a 1/4 point rate cut today. And that would mean lower borrowing costs on mortgages, on car loans, and a lot of things that American households use.
All right, Christine Romans right here in Washington, where the action is today. Thank you. Guys, back to you.
All right, Savannah, we'll come back to you in just a few moments. Meanwhile, another major story this morning, the holiday travel rush. This morning, AAA is now predicting a record number of Americans. More than 122 million will be hitting the roads, skies, rails, even the high seas in the weeks ahead. And, of course, the weather is always a factor. We're going to get to Al's forecast in just a moment. But let's start with NBC's Brian Chung. He joins us from the airport in Cincinnati. Brian, good morning to you. On the heels of that AAA report, let's just start with, where are most people heading this year? What do we know about that?
Yeah, good morning, Craig. The AAA does expect an over 2% bump in travelers this year. 109 million people expected to travel by car, understandably so, because gas prices are below $3 a gallon in terms of the national average. Now, I want you to mark this on your calendar. The worst days to travel are going to be the Saturday, Sunday, right before Christmas, as well as the Friday after Christmas. That is going to be a bad day. The best times to travel are going to be on Christmas Day itself, as well as on New Year's Day, if you can afford to leave some of those festivities a little bit early. When it comes to flying at airports like this one, Cincinnati, Northern Kentucky, over 8 million people are expected to hit the TSA lines, according to AAA. That would be the first time we've seen them cross that 8 million mark. And I should also note that ticket prices, they're up about 7% compared to last year. It is definitely pricier. And of course, the longer you wait to get that last minute travel, the more expensive it gets. So if you haven't booked that travel yet already, I might see you on the roads. Craig.
All right, Brian Chung, you're talking to me. Brian, thank you.
Also this morning, millions are bracing for yet another blast of winter weather and brutal cold. Now standing by with the first look at the forecast. Good morning.
Good morning, guys, and good morning to you. Well, we've got temperatures taking a tumble while out west. Temperatures stay nice and mild. We are looking at some colder than average temperatures again. Chicago 34 right now, today for a high, 22 in Sioux Falls. Syracuse a little warmer than average. But then tomorrow, Chicago, you take a tumble. You're at 24 for a high. Nashville only 43. Atlantic City 39. Boston will see 27 degrees. And then look at these temperatures. Burlington taking a tumble by Sunday into the mid-20s. Chicago, you're in the low to mid-teens by the weekend. Minneapolis, single digits. And Washington, D.C., you're going to stay in the mid-30s. Then we go into next week, the temperatures stay awfully chilly. Now, we've also got 18 million people from Montana all the way to the Northeast and the Appalachians under some sort of winter storm watch warning. And in the Appalachians, we're talking about blizzard warnings. We could be looking at generally 2 to 6 inches of snow, especially on the leeward side of the eastern Great Lakes, from Buffalo up to Burlington, Presque Isle, Elkins, West Virginia, 3 to 7 inches of snow. Chicago picking up about 1 to 3. Guys?
All right, I'll come back to you in just a few moments. Meanwhile, for the first time, we are seeing dramatic video of the very moment police officers approached accused CEO killer Luigi Mangione inside a Pennsylvania McDonald's before his eventual arrest. Its release, part of a high-stakes pre-trial hearing. NBC's Stephanie Gosk has been covering it for a week now. She is here in the studio with the very latest. Steph, good morning.
Hey, Greg, good morning. There has been a lot of back and forth in court about publicly releasing the body cam video of Mangione's arrest. The judge initially ordering it sealed, but in a surprise move, he unsealed this 2-minute clip that until now has only been shown in court.
This morning, compelling new video of the moment Luigi Mangione was confronted by police in a Pennsylvania McDonald's following a nationwide manhunt. A judge making the body cam footage public for the first time.
Yes, sir. There you go. Here, put your mask down for the phone. Yes, sir. Appreciate it.
The restaurant's manager called 911 after customers raised the alarm.
What's your name? Mark. What is it? Mark. Mark? Yes, sir. Mark what? Rosario. Rosario? Someone called. They thought you were suspicious. Oh, I'm sorry. Do you have your ID on you? Yes, sir. Thanks.
Mangione then pulls out his wallet, calmly handing the officer a fake driver's license.
Thought she looked like someone.
One responding officer stepping away to call in the license number before learning the New Jersey ID was a fake.
26, 27, 29 identity.
The encounter bringing an end to a nearly 5-day search for Mangione, the suspect accused of murdering United Healthcare CEO Brian Thompson. In court Tuesday, a responding officer, Stephen Fox, testifying he escorted the Ivy League grad to his arraignment exactly 1 year ago. And Mangione reacted to the crowd in the courtroom, saying, "All these people are here for a mass murderer. Wild." The focus of Tuesday's hearing, once again, the authorities' search of Mangione's backpack. The defense wants everything found in that backpack, including a gun and a critical notebook, excluded from the upcoming trial, arguing Mangione was illegally searched by police without a warrant, violating his constitutional rights. Officer Fox telling the court, "I was afraid that there was an item in that bag that could harm human life." Prosecutors say that concern for safety justified a warrantless search.
Mangione's attorneys filed a letter with the court saying the release of the body cam footage presents a, quote, substantial probability that Mangione's right to a fair trial could be jeopardized, arguing it could prejudice potential jurors. There's no court today, guys. Yep. There is court again on Thursday. It's supposed to go into early next week, actually.
Pretty surreal seeing that video between the officer and Mangione and the McDonald's. All right,
yep.
Steph, thank you.
All right, we've got a lot to get to, including tonight's massive Powerball jackpot, nearly $1 billion up for grabs. A pretty nice early holiday gift if you're lucky enough to win. NBC's Shaquille Brewster is grabbing his tickets at a store just north of Chicago. Hey, Shaq.
Good morning. I'll tell you, I am feeling a little bit lucky this morning, and we already have seen some people come in and start buying those tickets, even though the store just opened up about 15 minutes ago. Cashier Sue back there told me that whenever these big prizes happen around the holidays, you expect to see an even bigger surge, and you have that big jackpot right now. Look at that sign. $930 million is that Powerball jackpot. That's the 7th largest prize in Powerball history. lottery. If you win and take the cash option, as I will be doing, I'll be walking away with about $430 million in cash. And look, if no one wins tonight, you can expect that jackpot to grow and exceed even $1 billion. That's what we saw back in September when that $1.7 billion jackpot was split between winners in both Missouri and Texas. Now, guys, I have to be honest with you. The chances of you winning are not very good. We know that with the Powerball, the chances of you getting that Powerball jackpot is about 1 in 292 million. You have better chances of getting struck by lightning. You have better chances of, let's say, the worst happening with the shark. But we'll end on a positive note. If we know the Olympics are coming up in February, you have a better chance of winning a gold medal in Milan than you do of winning a Powerball, winning this Powerball jackpot. But there's still a chance. The energy here is that it doesn't matter. Still come through. You never know. All you need is that $2 and a big dream. And
$2
when
and
I win, thank you, Sue.
Cashier Sue.
When I win for my retirement, Sue will be the keeper of my secret when this happens. So thank you, Sue.
Cashier Sue.
Thank you, Shaq.
Thank you, Shaq, as well. You got that big new job yesterday, but I got to believe if you win $400 million, you're not coming back for it.
You know, I've never seen a reporter win. I've been doing this for decades. Have you ever seen a reporter win?
Never. We win the lottery every morning when we get to say hello.
That's awfully nice. And as Shaq pointed out, of everything he said, there's always a chance.
There's always a chance.
Always a chance.
Someone wins.
We got a pretty good chance of seeing snow up into the Great Lakes, the Northeast, and parts of New England, interior sections of the Northeast. High winds in the mid-plains, record highs through the Southwest, and big, heavy rains and flooding possible in the Pacific Northwest. We're going to take a look at that coming up in your next half hour. But we're going to get to your local forecast in the next 30 seconds.
We are back at 7:30 with one of the most talked about music videos of 2025. That, of course, Taylor Swift's The Fate of Ophelia. Nearly 160 million views in just 2 months. Coming up, Carson's going to tell us where that video ranks on Billboard's brand new list of the year's best music. I would assume probably pretty high.
I've arguably made a career of counting backwards.
I mean,
TRL, New Year's Eve. This is that time of the year for me. I'm in my era.
This is when you shine.
I've got a lot of lists coming up, and of course, Taylor's on all of them.
All right.
You can count me down for a couple million of those views, guys, in my household. First up in this half hour, parents all around the world are closely watching Australia this morning, where a first-of-its-kind ban on social media is now in effect. Children under the age of 16 waking up with no access to their accounts. NBC's Keir Simmons joins us with this story that is being watched worldwide. Keir, good morning.
Hey, Savannah, good morning to you. If your child is constantly on one of these, then listen up. The new social media teen ban, as you say, is being closely watched by parents and, Savannah, by lawmakers in the US. Australia's Prime Minister called it a proud day, while some Australian teens are already finding ways around the ban. This morning, 1 million social media accounts have been deactivated across Australia.
Hi there, students. It's the Prime Minister here. If you're under 16, you're no longer allowed to have a social media account.
It's the world's first nationwide ban, driven by fears about the impact on children's mental health. Studies have shown the effects of social media on kids, increased risk of depression or even self-harm, creating body image issues, addiction, and even impacting brain development.
We had the families asking for help, devastated families.
Among the 10 apps now restricted in Australia, Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, Snapchat, YouTube, and others. The platform's now requesting documents to prove a user's date of birth, or even using AI to scan faces and estimate a person's age. Australian officials say the move could create a domino effect, with other countries following suit. Last night at a Finding Common Ground town hall with Utah Governor Spencer Cox and Pennsylvania Governor Josh Shapiro, Cox telling Savannah he holds social media companies themselves responsible.
They're profiting off of destroying our kids and destroying our country. And they give all of our kids and grandkids anxiety and depression.
But already, Australia is seeing a backlash to the ban. 15-year-old Noah Jones is taking legal action.
We as a whole will have our constitutional right taken away from us, and we will also be invisible with this ban.
Indy Cornwell is a 14-year-old skateboarder.
I think it's great in a way that it will keep out a lot of the kids from getting cyberbullied and getting addicted, but also for people like me, I need it for my sponsors and also coaching.
And while many parents support the ban,
I think it's fantastic.
Inevitably, teens will try to bend the rules.
Children are clever.
This morning, Australia's Prime Minister finding out for himself with messages from teens on TikTok saying they got past it.
Well, teens will always find a way, not a reason not to try, I suppose, Keir.
Yeah.
But a lot of people are watching this in Australia and trying to learn from it and see if a ban like this could ever happen in the United States.
That's right, Savannah. A growing number of US states have passed restrictions on teens' access to social media. From July next year, Nebraska will require social media platforms to verify users' ages and get parental consent before minors can create accounts. And this week, we saw a possible 2028 candidate, Rahm Emanuel, say the US should also block children under 16 from social media. Meanwhile, Savannah, the big social media companies, while obeying the law, of course, say outright bans don't work, that they may drive teens to less safe apps, and that they have been making their accounts safe spaces. It's a debate, Savannah, but for parents like you and I, it's much more than that.
Yeah, absolutely. It's very close to home. Keir, thank you very much. Guys, over to you.
All right. Well done, Australia.
I'm all for it.
It
took our school district started a ban similar to that, and we're seeing effects of it. It's hard to do it as just a parent. It starts at the top, right?
Yes.
So I hope other countries are watching Australia.
I mean, I agree.
Parents need the help, don't they?
Yeah.
Well, I also think sometimes we forget that these are apps, by and large, designed to be addictive.
Yeah.
Algorithms that feed off what we watch, and they give us more. It's the whole thing.
I think the key is, so for me, the toothpaste is out of the tube, right? My twins are 13, my oldest is 16. But everybody has to have buy-in, because I cracked early around sixth grade because all of the kids were on chats and my kids were left out, But if all the parents agree, and like you said, it's top down, then there's just no option.
I also feel it because I feel it affecting me. I'm 52 and have the tools, but I don't like what I'm becoming on it. So I think about my kids, and I'm like, they need help, and it starts at the top.
Hopefully this is just the beginning of
We're unanimous.
All right, Savannah, good work last night. Appreciate that. Guys, coming up, trouble at the self-checkout, why thefts are on the rise, how stores are fighting back, and the impact all of it could have on the prices that you pay.
First, though, Tom Costello is here in the studio, and he's here with a rare inside look at the little spot in Virginia that's powering the digital world and the AI revolution.
If you have gone surfing on the internet, believe it or not, you have gone surfing right through Northern Virginia. Listen to this. 2/3 of the world's internet traffic goes through here. We got Inside Access. We'll take you inside AI Alley when we come back.
Back at 7:39 this morning on In Depth Today, we're taking you inside the AI data centers that power the global economy, including your online holiday shopping.
You might not know it, but the biggest concentration of those data centers anywhere in the world sits right here in the U.S. in Northern Virginia, a place that experts have named AI Alley.
And NBC's Tom Costello got rare access inside AI Alley. Tom, good morning. You took us inside the cloud a few years ago, but this is next level.
Yeah, absolutely. And think about all of these data centers that power the cloud, from emails to social media to online shopping, banking, chatting. Everything we do relies on going through the AI data centers. Ground zero for all of that activity sits on the East Coast, not far from Washington, D.C. From the air, you might miss it. A landscape of gray, nondescript buildings near Washington's Dulles Airport. But this is AI Alley. 2/3 of the world's internet traffic flows through Loudoun County, Virginia. 2/3. If you surf online, you've surely surfed right through here.
So we're inside the Digital Realty Innovation Lab.
Digital Realty houses the servers and the processors that power the internet and AI. Andy Power, yes, that's his real name, is the CEO. We are literally standing in the power center for the cloud right now.
That's right. So anything you did this morning, looking on your device, pulling up an app,
in your office, on your keyboards, when you're streaming the Today Show this evening, if you missed it in the morning, probably came through a Digital Realty data center.
Behind these flashing lights and cables sit the world's biggest tech companies: Apple, Microsoft, Google, Oracle, ChatGPT, Meta, IBM, Cisco, big banks, and healthcare. The list is endless.
What's in these servers? Your Google searches and podcasts, your photos, your social media feeds, your bank and medical records, in essence, your entire digital life.
Like the internet, the company footprint is massive. More than 1 million square feet in one building alone, the size of 2 aircraft carriers. Digital Realty operates 300 data centers worldwide. Getting an inside glimpse is rare.
This looks and feels so nondescript, but there's a purpose, a reason for that, right? It's highly secure.
Highly secure facilities. We do try to blend into the community.
Hundreds of data buildings have brought huge tax revenue to the county, driving down property taxes. But many neighboring homeowners say, not in my backyard.
I don't want to be breathing air from generators. I don't want to be having polluted water or any of those things.
Locals fear their electricity bills will jump as energy companies struggle to meet the AI demand, though Digital Realty says it will be on 90% green power by year's end. But make no mistake, the AI revolution is about to explode.
So this is just the beginning.
This is just the beginning.
I mean, so as this AI revolution explodes, Tom, is it reasonable to expect that these data centers are going to keep building out in local areas?
Well, listen, I think a lot of communities are looking at the revenue that's coming in, the tax dollars, and they're saying, hey, we want some of that, right? But do we want to pay the price in terms of, as you heard, quality of life? And a lot of communities are saying we need to take a lesson from Loudoun County in terms of if we are going to embrace data centers and bring them into our neighborhoods because we need that tax revenue. Yeah, but how do we offset that and make sure that our electricity costs don't go skyrocketing?
I mean, do they employ a lot of people? I get the tax revenue from obviously real estate taxes, but in terms of actual people there, are there a lot of folks who work there?
Building them with the construction jobs?
Yes.
Lots of jobs. Okay. But once they're built, it's really kind of minimal staffing. Yeah.
Okay.
Interesting.
Good to see you in the flesh, Tom.
Yep, good to be here.
All right, it's time for another check of the weather. Al.
Hey, guys, we're going to take a look out the Pacific Northwest. We've got this atmospheric river. It's literally a fire hose now, and it is aimed right directly at the Pacific Northwest. Washington State specifically, they are going to be taking in a lot of rain, and that's why we've got flood watches stretching from there all the way into western Montana. So for today, more heavy rain for the Pacific Northwest, potential historic river flooding in that area from Washington State down into northern Oregon. So we're going to be watching also heavy snow accumulating in the northern Rockies. Some places in the Cascades and Olympics could see 4 to 8 inches of rain, and that could mean massive flooding. And then we're looking for 2 feet of snow possibly in the Olympics and the Cascades. That's what's going on around the country. Here's what's happening in your neck of the woods. That's your latest weather. Hashtag PSSP.
It's not the whole pop start. It's just a little sneak peek. A little
Just
a little taster here. We're going to only a couple weeks left in 2025. All the end of the year lists, of course, are coming out. So we'll do our best little music recap here, starting with Billboard. Not a huge surprise. The #1 album of the year, Taylor Swift's The Life of a Showgirl. It marks her 5th time taking that title. In fact, Swift is the only artist to top that year-end chart more than 3 times, so huge congrats to her for that. The #1 song on the year-end Hot 100 Songs ranking goes to this Lady Gaga Bruno Mars collab.
I wanna hold you just for a while and die with a smile.
All right, that's the duo hit track Die with a Smile. Next, the #1 artist this year, country music superstar Morgan Wallen. In May, he released his chart-topping album, I'm the Problem. Meanwhile, Entertainment Weekly is out with its own ranking of the year's best songs. Let's count down just the top 3, and we'll start with this one from Olivia Dean.
You know how I feel.
Chanel was on
all big
early.
fans.
I know.
All big fans.
I'm so happy for
I think she's my favorite breakout artist of the year.
I love
She was my favorite concert on the platform.
When she was here, incredible.
She's delightful, too.
You can just tell there's so much more to come, too, from her. That was Man I Need. Chappell Roan took the 2nd spot with The Subway. Here's a little bit of that. number 1. Roll the tape. Hey, Gaga had a big year there. The Bruno Mars track you heard, that one's Just Hurts, Abracadabra off her album Mayhem.
All right. Way to go, Cinderella. More pop start coming, more year-end lists on the way. Also on the way, Jenna is here with a special boost. Nearly a year in the making.
Yes, this one's for you, Chanel. Get ready, because we're about to celebrate my new forever friend right after this.
Well, this is going to be a special morning boost.
This is a special boost for us. Guys, we've been feeling boosted, or I've been feeling boosted for the last 24 hours straight. Yesterday, we announced my new co-host and forever friend will be this lady, the one and only Chanel Jones.
Hey.
For real. And we just have to show you some of the reactions we're getting online because they're crazy.
Sure.
The love has been pouring in. One person wrote on Instagram, "Oh, this is beautiful. The best decision was made. Here's to many more beautiful mornings of friendship, laughter, and learning." And then here's a TikToker that had us in tears.
Midlife is bawling your eyes out over Chanel Jones being named as Jenna's co-host. I'm sure this is embarrassing, but like when you watch these people every day, you really feel like they're part of your family. And I'm just so happy for her.
This is what it looks like.
Oh my God, menopause is horrible.
She was everybody.
Wait, we're gonna have to get her to come for
Oh, please. Thank you, Heather.
Okay, and you know, we've had 60 friends over the last year. They've been reaching out to Leanne Morgan, Olivia Munn, Matt Rogers, among many who all sent their congratulations.
My heart.
It's so exciting.
It's just, what a dream come true, really.
We're gonna have a blast.
I can't wait.
I sort of feel like I stole your girlfriend. Do y'all feel that way?
Don't think we didn't notice it.
No, she's still gonna be around.
We'll still be here.
I love after 60 friends, the right answer was at home all
Isn't
along.
that the way it always is?
Isn't that great?
By the way, I don't think we should let this moment pass without acknowledging what you have done
Yes.
in the past few months.
Jenna.
It is a feat for all of us who've been broadcasting
People don't
for a while.
realize.
When you sit next to someone different every other day,
It's so hard to do that.
Yeah.
And you would pour into them so that they could feel special.
Well, y'all
every
are the
person
best. But I will say, we've reached the finish line.
Yes.
Although we should acknowledge the sorrow for Scarlett Johansson, who wanted that job so bad. Sorry, ScarJo. We couldn't
She'll
afford
land
you.
on her feet.
Luckily, we're still pals.
I was just about to say,
it's
she can
okay.
come and we'll take a girls'
I'm just sitting here tickled pink and I'm crying like Heather on TikTok. It's just the most wonderful, when the two most wonderful people you know get to be together and create magic every day. And it's going to be, I'm happy for our viewers who get to see it. And I've been workshopping, guys, like a combo name. Like, remember Bennifer?
Yeah.
Yes.
Right, when Ben and Jennifer. Well, I don't know, like, Janelle. Like Jeine. We can.
I
keep
like
working on
it.
Or Shenna.
Yeah.
Somebody wrote me yesterday,
Shenna.
it's the Jen and Shin show.
Oh, gosh.
Okay, that's good.
All right.
We'll workshop
You guys,
it.
we're counting down the days until our official start date, which will be January the 12th. It's
gonna be a lot of fun.
Mark it in your calendar.
Yes. It's a
Beautiful
date.
thing.
Yeah, you better.
Congratulations, show. Well deserved. Coming up, we're counting down to the most popular movies of 2025. We'll do that, but first, quick check your local news weather and these messages.
Thank you.
It's 8 o'clock on Today. Coming up, the price is wrong. President Trump zeroes in on the economy at an overnight rally, acknowledging costs are too high, but laying blame on Democrats.
They're repairing 4 years of disaster.
Straight ahead, the president's plans to bring prices down and the key decision on interest rates coming today. Then common ground. Inside the moment, two governors from opposing parties came together last night for an important cause.
I don't care what color his politics are. In that moment, we were two Americans who were deeply saddened and struggling.
We sorely need in this country to try and lift everyone up and get us out of the darkness of political violence.
Sounding the alarm on the threat of political violence and divisiveness. Their important message just ahead. And Check it out. We're shining a light on the new problems surrounding self-checkouts.
It's not if you're going to get caught, it's when you're going to get caught.
With more than a quarter of shoppers stealing something as they scan. Inside the new study and what's being done to prevent the problem. All that plus Kate Winslet live in our studio. Hello. Pentatonic stops by for a special holiday performance. And grab your popcorn.
I need you, brother. Sensei, please.
Courage, Bob. Courage.
We're about to reveal the top movies of the year today, Wednesday, December 10th, 2025.
In New Haven, Missouri. Girl Getaway! Granbury, Texas. Visiting from Lakeville, Maryland. Cincinnati, Ohio. West Union, Iowa. Sheboygan Falls, Wisconsin. And Winter Springs, Florida. Mother-daughter trip to New York.
Good morning, NBC family from KFDX.
In Wichita Falls, Texas.
From Fishers, Indiana.
Today is my 10th birthday.
Well, hey, Hannah, double digits. Good morning. It's Wednesday. Beautiful crowd out there on the plaza. Sun is shining. Tree is bright. I'm here in Washington, and Chanel, the woman of the hour, the new 10 o'clock host, helping Craig hold it down in the studio. Hi, guys.
Good morning.
Good morning, Esty. Really looking forward to that conversation we had last night. In just a few moments, by the way.
Yeah, we're going to get right to that, but let's get to the news. A busy hour ahead. Here are the headlines. We will begin with this new focus on the U.S. economy. President Trump touting his record during a rally in Pennsylvania last night, but many voters are voicing concerns that not enough is being done to control these sky-high prices. NBC's Peter Alexander is at the White House with more on it. Peter, good morning.
Savannah, good morning to you. Welcome back to Washington. President Trump taking his economic message on the road for the first time in 5 months last night, again insisting Americans are doing great, even as voters express this growing dissatisfaction with his handling of the economy. The president test driving a new slogan of sorts, lower prices, bigger paychecks, he says. But while wages have ticked up, so have prices, especially at grocery stores for staples like beef and orange juice. Coffee as well affected by his tariffs. The president says making life affordable is his highest priority, even as he's called the issue of affordability a Democratic hoax.
You know, they always have a hoax. The new word is affordability. I can't say affordability hoax because I agree the prices were too high.
The president last night also repeatedly veered off course, returning to some of his favorite targets, including specifically on immigration, again attacking America's Somali population. He said his chief of staff told him he needs to start hitting the campaign trail again to motivate MAGA voters, a move that may help reinvigorate his base, Savannah, but one that Democrats also believe will energize their voters in next year's midterms.
All right, Peter, thank you. And while the president was addressing that crowd in Pennsylvania, that state's Democratic Governor Josh Shapiro was actually here at the National Cathedral in Washington, along with the Republican governor of Utah, Spencer Cox. And that's what brought us here. I sat down with the two men for an important conversation on political violence, civil discourse, and how this country can move forward together. At Washington's storied National Cathedral, two governors from opposing parties meeting with a common cause.
We sorely need in this country to try and lift everyone up and get us out of the darkness of political violence.
That violence has come home to both. Shapiro and his family were asleep in their beds on Passover when a man tried to burn down the governor's residence.
That has led me to feel extraordinary guilt as a dad, that doing this job that I love, that I so believe in, put my kids' lives at risk.
And in Utah, activist Charlie Kirk was murdered by an assassin's bullet in broad daylight.
The first call I got was from this guy. He told me to speak with moral clarity and to speak from the heart.
Now, both are sounding the alarm on the threat of political divisiveness. It does feel like all of the signs are blinking red in terms of the danger to our democracy and the danger to our sense of unity. And frankly, they're one and the same.
We're passing all the checkpoints towards, ultimately failed states and things like civil war. One of the things that Charlie said that I so believe is, he says, when we stop talking, that's when we start shooting.
As the country searches for a path toward unity, Shapiro says it starts at the top, calling out President Trump.
You are looked to for that moral clarity. And we have a president of the United States right now that fails that test.
But also speaking out against those in his own party, who he said celebrated events like Kirk's shooting and the attempted assassination of President Trump.
That is not okay. Violence is never the answer, even if it's coming from your political side or someone who agrees with you.
Both governors taking on social media's impact on our culture.
People are being put into these silos, and how much do you lay at the feet of these companies?
These are the opioid companies of the early 2000s. There's no difference.
Ultimately, both men of different faiths talked about the need for a return to real connection among Americans.
The answers to so much of the darkness that we see in America today is the light that ordinary Americans bring each day, oftentimes grounded in faith and in our shared humanity.
We can't make politics our religion. If we're going to make it another 250 years, we desperately need you tonight to lay down your swords and to treat each other with dignity and respect again.
Seems like a great discussion.
It really was. It was so compelling to hear these governors, who, of course, are from opposing sides of the aisle, but to come together and to find that common ground. It just it's so important. It's so timely. We actually put the whole conversation up on NBCnews.com. Those two together, by the way, yeah. I suggested at the end, unity ticket. Maybe they both could run for president. I didn't have any takers.
Yeah.
I said you can fight it out amicably over who would be at the top of the ticket.
Exactly, right.
But anyway, it's an important and timely conversation.
It is.
So I
hope it's the beginning of many, SG. And when he said we can't make politics our religion, that was my takeaway. My goodness. Well done, my friend.
Good.
Hop on that train and head back. Okay, Savannah, thank you.
You got it.
Classes, by the way, canceled for the rest of the week after a shooting at Kentucky State University. It happened about 3 o'clock in the afternoon at the campus in Frankfurt. Officials say one student is dead, another student is in critical condition. Police responded to the scene and they took one person into custody. They say that the suspect is not a student at the school. At this point, no word on a motive. It is the second shooting at the university, though, in the past 4 months.
Now to some heart-stopping moments on a Florida highway. A small plane was forced to make an emergency landing in the middle of rush hour. Look at this. You can see the plane come into your picture there and then slam down, yes, on top of a car. Sparks fly as the plane slides on the roadway, and then it comes to an abrupt stop on the guardrail. Miraculously, the woman inside the car suffered only minor injuries.
Jeez.
The NTSB says the plane lost power in both engines, forcing the emergency landing. The 2 men on board were not hurt.
Man, all right. Lots of angels at work there for sure. All right, Savannah, we know you've got that flight to catch, so we will see you back here tomorrow. Safe travels. Back now, 8:15 with today's Consumer. And this morning, a growing concern that surrounds those self-checkout kiosks.
Yeah, you'll find them in most stores these days, and a new survey is revealing one of the downsides. More than a quarter of shoppers admitting that they've stolen something when they use them.
NBC's Jesse Kurz is checking out this story for us. Hey, Jesse.
Well played, Chanel. Good morning, guys. So, yeah, more and more, right? We go to grab a couple items from the store. You head over to the register, and in years past, there would be someone here to help you. But a lot of the times now, it's just you scanning items all on your own. And it turns out quite a few of us are not scanning everything and still walking out.
Item in the bagging area.
When shoppers approach self-checkout, some see speed, while others brace for headache.
Self-checkout is for scanning and go.
And this morning, those unmanned kiosks are increasingly being used for something more nefarious. According to a new LendingTree survey, 27% of self-checkout users have purposefully taken an item without scanning. That's a 12-point spike in 2 years, with more than a third of both millennial and Gen Z shoppers guilty of stealing.
Hey, I could get in trouble.
Shoplifting is far from new, but in years past, you'd have to get by a cashier.
It looks like you gained some weight since you came in. Don't sweat it, sweetie. I won't tell.
Now, many shoppers barely interact with store employees, helping merchandise slip through the cracks, which hurts retailers' bottom line.
They're not losing that total shopping cart. They might lose one or two items in that mix, but they're also pleasing other customers that are coming through that cycle.
As a result, Christopher Hamlin from the Retail Industry Leaders Association says self-checkout is still a net positive.
Are businesses adding self-checkout because it saves them money or because that's what customers want?
I would say it's a 50-50. It is consumer driven. Consumers like that. They like the fact that it's an easier and a faster process for them. And then on the flip side, the retailer is not having 6 or 7 people running the front end. They have 1 or 2.
But you better know what you're doing.
People that move with no sense of urgency or who are constantly confused, get out of the self-checkout line, because this is for the pros.
And increasingly, Hamlin says, technology can help those employees crack down on shoplifting.
It's not if you're going to get caught, it's when you're going to get caught. The technology allows for these individuals to be able to investigate and determine that those losses have actually happened a lot faster.
Even with cameras increasingly prevalent in public, why would people try to steal this way? Affordability. Unaffordable essentials and price increases tied to tariffs are driving forces, according to LendingTree, which found people who think they'll steal again say they're most likely to take essentials like food, water, and healthcare products. LendingTree's survey also found that 36% of self-checkout shoppers admit they've accidentally left with an unscanned item, and almost 2/3 of those people say they kept that unscanned item. And then there are some people with this perspective.
We really need to cancel self-checkout culture. We need to bring back customer service, and it needed to happen yesterday.
We reached out to multiple retailers about this. Target tells us that last year, when they cut down the number of items that people can bring to self-checkout, they did see a drop-off in thefts, but that was not the company's intention when they set out with that new plan. But bottom line, guys, it appears that the customer is not always right. And if you're going to have chocolate early in the morning, you got to pay for it.
Yeah.
Because otherwise, it's a guilty pleasure in multiple ways. Send it back to you.
Jesse.
That's a good one.
Well
Thank
done.
you, Jesse.
I agree with that woman, the last woman in his story.
You want customer service?
Bring back the cashier.
Yeah.
You wouldn't have this problem.
That's right.
You know, bring back the cashier.
I agree. More jobs.
But you also probably have, to his point, more people who do it accidentally. Because when you self-checkout, a lot of times,
it beeps twice, maybe.
Yeah, it's not working. So people leave accidentally. What say
You know,
you?
they don't have it, and they are delightful people. Trader Joe's, all the cashiers,
you're right.
and it moves through quickly.
You're right.
You know, so let's follow that model.
Yes.
People like people.
People
All right.
should do it.
Anyway, do you like your weather? You're going to say, well, hey, we got a little something for everybody. Snow in interior sections of New York and New England, high winds in the plains, record highs through the southwest, and we are looking for some major river flooding along the coastline and into the mountains of the Pacific Northwest. That's what's going on around the country. Here's what's happening in your neck of the woods. That's your latest weather. Best time of the morning. Pop
All
Start.
right, guys, here we go. Well, you know, Pop Start, the sneak peek was all about the best music of the year. We're going to kick off Pop Start this morning, ranking the 2025's best movies. We're going to start with IMDb, the website, dropping its list of the most popular movies. Here are the top 5. Dinosaurs are back with Jurassic World Rebirth, starring the sexiest man alive, Jonathan Bailey. Number 4, we got the star-studded action comedy One Battle After Another. In the 3rd spot, Sinners, which saw Michael B. Jordan playing not one but 2 leading roles.
Amazing.
A lot of scary movies on the list here. Weapons made it 2, runner-up. So which film grabbed number 1 of the year? Roll the clip.
Everybody okay? Hey, buddy. Eyes up here.
David Cornsweet, comic book turned big screen legend Superman. That movie made more than $600 million at the box office worldwide. It was number 1.
Wow. Right.
Next up, one of our favorite shows here at our show, The Pit. The new promo is out for HBO's hit medical drama, revealing when fans can expect the show to return.
1, 2, 3.
Tier 1 trauma, ETA, 6 minutes.
And so it begins.
Oh, it's so good. The Pit, back January 8th. And by the way, earlier this week, the show got a couple Golden Globe nominations for the very first season. Noah Wiley got one for Best Performance by a Male Actor in a Drama Series, and the show itself, as a whole, got one for Best Drama Series. That surprised nobody.
Well deserved.
It is that good. Next up, Home Alone. Who remembers the iconic way that little Kevin McAllister ordered pizza on his own?
Well, you have to pay for your pizza, sir.
That a fact? How much do I owe you?
That'll be $11.80, sir.
Keep the change, you filthy animal.
Classic, right? Well, now we can all channel our inner Kevin thanks to a few new Papa Pizza shops. Check out the commercial here.
Okay.
Left home alone by negligent parents on their way to Paris? You know where to go. Disney Plus and Prince Street presents Little Nero's Pizza in Chicago, L.A., Toronto, or available for order online.
Here at Little Nero's Pizza, we're home to the best hand-tossed, hand-sauced pies.
Hand-tossed and hand-sauced?
That's right.
You can find Little Nero's pizzas available this month with Kev's favorite toppings, cheese and cheese. That was the pizza place just outside the doggy door. It's at Little Nero's.
As opposed to Little Caesars.
They've created pop-ups there. Cute. Next up, David Letterman last night, the former Late Show host, returning to late night, this time visiting Jimmy Kimmel, giving an update on how life's been going since retiring from his gig nearly a decade ago, and sharing this fun fan interaction.
And a guy comes up to me and he says, excuse me, are you who I think you are? And now I'm all loaded up and I respond, well, you know, that depends on who you think I are. That always gets a big laugh. And I said, who do you think I am? And he said, Dick Van Dyke. And I said, no!
That's pretty funny.
That's good.
That's a good one, though, right? There you go.
Oh, look at that.
Yeah.
Not so far off.
That's good.
I mean, in age they are, but
But in hair,
but they look the same.
similar.
Yeah.
Hilarious.
All right, guys. I think that's it. We got time for one more?
Yeah.
Okay, next up, there it is. Melissa McCarthy. She's one of Kelly Clarkson's guests today, and during a game, Melissa got the early Christmas gifts of a lifetime. That's Kelly recording her voicemail message.
Fun.
Oh, great.
Hark, my lady's phone will ring, but she won't be answering. Nope, do not take it personally. It's not you, but probably Trader Joe's and
That's funny.
Finally, one more quick item here. Making Space. You know it's Wednesday. That means all new episodes of Making Space are out this week. Our friend Hoda is sitting down with author and illustrator Charlie Mackesy. She opened up about how a small memento from Charlie left a big impact on her. Take a look.
You probably won't remember this, but you were here at the Today Show one day. And I wasn't here because my little girl was really sick.
I remember.
You took a paper plate.
The plate, yeah, I did.
And you wrote that you missed me. And I put it, it's in my office now. And when I look at it, I remember that time. Very few people are saving or helping or doing by a sketch, by anything. I don't have a question. I just want to say thank you.
I'm so thrilled that she's okay.
So listen to the latest episode. Just search for Making Space with Hoda Kotb wherever you get your podcast. And that's your pop star this morning,
You kind of ruined that return for Hoda. She's going to come out of retirement, remember?
You know what? Why don't you just read the script? Oh, it's my read. Still ahead. We have an Oscar winner
You don't have to deal with him anymore.
I don't exactly. Move over. Come here, Jenna.
I know. Scoot him out of the way.
Guess who's here today? Kate Winslet. We'll have that first. Your local news.
Oh, my God.
Ruined his retirement.
We are back at 8:35 with a true icon in Hollywood, Kate Winslet. She's captivated audiences throughout her career, from her star-making role in Titanic to charming us in The Holiday to her Oscar-winning turn in The Reader. Well, now, Kate Winslet is trying something new. She is making her directorial debut with Goodbye June. It is a film all about a family coming together, or at least trying to come together in the hardest of times. Take a look.
Connor and you and Dad, Helen, can stay with Julia.
Yeah, great, whatever, yeah.
Absolutely fine. That's a very good idea. Plenty of room. Okay, that's good. Yeah.
Oh my God, how did this even happen?
Dad forgot to turn the taps off.
No, I never. No, I never did. No, if I did.
It is unbelievable. Mercury is in retrograde, though. You know that.
Kate, good morning. Good morning.
I love that scene so much.
I just think that there's so much of the movie that is relatable. It's a film about sibling dynamics. It's a film about a parent-child dynamics. It's a film about death and loss and grief. It's all of those things.
Yeah, but it's also about life and love and family and human connection. And I think for me, that was the thing that when I first read the script, I was so overwhelmed by, because it's funny and touching and uplifting. And some people have even been saying, God, it was so cathartic when I watched this movie. I could really relate to these characters.
Yes.
And so that's very meaningful as well.
Anyone who has had to say goodbye to someone that they've loved for a long time, and they're saying that goodbye with other people that they love, I think, and we've all had to do that at some point in our lives.
Yeah, it's part of life, isn't it? Loss is part of life. And actually, I think that we're not that good at talking about it, and not that good at talking about grief and how that feels. Certainly in my country, we're really useless at it. So to have made a story that hopefully resonates with people and maybe does offer a space in which audiences might feel a little more comfortable having those kinds of conversations with the people that they love at Christmas time, that was important.
The best part about the origin story of the film itself is this isn't just some screenwriter who shoved a script in your face somewhere. This is your son.
Yeah.
Your son wrote this.
So Goodbye June was written by my brilliant, wonderful son, Joe, who's still only now 21 years old. He was 19 when he started writing it. He'd applied for a place at screenwriting school and was accepted, and this was the assignment, was to write a screenplay. And so he handed it to me and he said, oh, you know, would you read this? I'm sure you probably, like, it probably isn't very good. Mum, you know, give me an opinion. Yeah. And I read it, and I knew that he was a good writer because it's been a big, important part of his life. But that doesn't necessarily translate into being able to write a screenplay, and I was just overwhelmed. He was so struck by the loss of his own grandmother when he was a teenager, my mother, and how we'd all come together to be there for her, and because we'd come from this one woman. So that was his emotional backdrop, and from there he created this fictional story about a messy, complicated fictional family and set it at Christmas time. And I think I'm just so proud of it. I wasn't originally going to direct it. I was going to produce it and play the role of Julia, as I do in the movie. And then when he developed it across a year or so, I just felt so close to it. And I just said, we can't let it go. We can't give it away. Let's do it together. And it was just amazing.
It is amazing. And so you produce this project with your son, you direct this project with your son, and then you're like, you know, we need to find someone to play the sort of the matriarch, the central character. I should call Dame Helen Mirren.
What was I thinking?
That's right.
I mean, my son was like, she's never going to say yes. And I said, come on, you've got to think big, dream big. You have to write with these actors in mind, whether they say yes or not. And so...
She broke one of her rules to do it.
She did. So Helen said to me, I described the story to her, and I said that it was written by my son. I was going to direct the film. She was very excited by that. And then she said, I do have two personal rules. I don't want to play someone with dementia, and I don't want to play someone who's dying. And I said, I completely respect that. No need to read the script. And she said, send it to me. She said, I would love to read it. It sounds wonderful. She read it and she said, I'll break one of my rules. Wow. I'd love to support you. But that is Helen. She's such a mensch, and she's incredibly kind and supportive, and she mucked in there. I only had 35 days to shoot the movie. I had Helen for 16 days only because she works all the time, was going on to another job. And there are 7 children in the film, so the kind of happy chaos of it all was something I really enjoyed and thrived on.
Your son's screenwriting now. Your daughter was just here a few months ago.
I know.
She was here on the show. She was talking about being in that Wes Anderson film. Are they both going into the family business? Were you not able to talk them out of it?
I had no intention of talking them out of it. It's a great job. It's wonderful to tell stories. It's great to collaborate with other creatives. And I sort of knew that Mia was probably going to want to act from when she was quite young. And I had a feeling that Joe might want to go into the industry just because he loves film. He's very wise about film. He also acts, which is something that we haven't been talking about much. But he just wrapped a great big show for Apple with Javier Bardem and Amy Adams. So it's like, what? And we do have these family WhatsApp, FaceTime calls where we all just go, what's happening? How are we doing all of this? And we're just like, don't know.
keep going.
Well done, Mom. Keep going. Keep
Yeah,
going.
exactly.
Have you caught the director's bug? Are we going to see?
I loved it. I loved it. It was a privilege. I got so much better at forward thinking than I already was. The multitasking went to a whole other level, and I just embraced it all. And I didn't want it to finish. I really loved it.
Well, it was just, again, it was a beautiful film. Not a movie, a film. Kate, thank you. Goodbye, June. It is in select theaters on Friday. It will be available on Netflix December 24th.
All right, we are back with Shop today. It is an important one with Christmas Eve exactly 2 weeks away. Sorry, but that's the truth. Lifestyle expert Jen Fallick is here, joining us to share perfect presents for the trickiest and pickiest people on your list. And all you have to do is scan that QR code. Jen, great to see you. I just said this first item looks so cool. I thought it was a Bluetooth speaker. Just to look at it, it's not that at all.
No, it is not that at all. This is such a great gift for grandparents or anyone who always runs cold, or if you have a coworker that's always scrolling. This is a hand massager. So you take this, it works wirelessly. You can put your hand right inside, give it a try. There's heat settings, there's different modes. It uses air compression, so it's great to help with, arthritis, carpal tunnel.
Oh, good.
It just feels amazing. So for that person who always is cold and always has cold hands, this is such an awesome little thing. You can customize all the different modes, and it feels amazing.
Wow, that's good. I like it for teenagers, too. Like you said, they can't scroll if their hands are stuck inside the Life Pro here.
It's one way to cut down on
very
screen
cool.
time.
Good heat in there, too. All right, what's next for people? This is obviously the time of the year everybody's entertaining.
Yeah, so this makes it feel very personal. These are charcuterie or cutting boards that you can have personalized. What I love about them is I never remember I'm supposed to do this till the last minute, and I want to look thoughtful. So these ship on Amazon Prime, so you can order them very quickly. You get your personalized cutting board, many different sizes, lots of different designs to choose from. It's so great, such a no-brainer, and it arrives with the option of having it arrived.
A couple of things that stick out, Jen. I love the divot that's around here because that catches a lot of
all the juice,
all the juice from the steak.
Yeah.
And then the personalization. I think people think that takes months and months and months to do, but they've got this down to a science now.
It looks like you planned it a month in advance when it was just a couple days.
You can get it pretty quick.
And it's very foolproof to customize too, like the way they have it set up on Amazon.
This is perfect if you just don't know what to get. The neighbors or friends of yours.
Yes.
And even if they have multiple cutting boards, you can't have enough.
You can't have enough, and they start at $14.
All right, how about something for just the whole family?
I love family gifts, especially if you're going to someone's house for the holidays. So this is great. This is a popcorn set. This is from Stonewall Kitchen, and what is great about it is you've got little seasonings for every type of palate. So there's things that are spicy, things that are sweet. I also love to give people consumable gifts, things that they can actually use, eat, enjoy with their family. This comes ready to give, 3 different types of popcorn, all these different seasonings, and it's just simple. It's like a no-brainer, and I love that there's a chili line that's delicious.
I've got a young daughter that eats a lot of popcorn. That's a good gift idea for her. Speaking of young people, teenagers are hard to shop for.
Impossible to shop for. I've got basically 2 of them at this point, and they both love Owala. This is kind of what we're using in our house for water bottles exclusively anyway. The colors are so great.
A lot of people have these. What makes these ones special?
So these are leak-proof. They're so easy to carry with you because they have their little carrying thing here. And what I think is cool is that it's called free sift technology. So you can either use the straw or you can swig from it. So if you're using it for sports and you're really super thirsty, easy to just swig it. Or
these are heavy and sturdy.
They're heavy, sturdy. They last forever. And the Shop Today producers actually we polled their family members with what they wanted, and water bottles was up there at the top of the list.
Right. Yeah.
So it's a great gift. Also, fun colors.
I feel like people don't clean these out that well, so it's not a bad idea to just get a new one.
Get a new one. It's good to have a fresh starter. If a straw goes missing,
under $30, you're not going to get a better one than that.
It's kind of a stylish thing someone can use, which actually brings us to something else that is very practical. You may think this is not the sexiest gift to give, but if you have anyone in your life that is into DIY, just moved into a new house, maybe a college student, this is so cool. This electric screwdriver, check this out. It all comes in one little metallic thing. You take it like this. All the different heads are all magnetic, so easy to put on.
All different sizes.
All different sizes. They magnetize right in, so you don't lose it. Yep, and here you go. You turn it on. 3 different
like you said, for anybody who's got a 16, 17-year-old, somebody who might be college on the horizon into the dorm room, this is great to put furniture together, put stuff on the wall.
And it's so compact. It's like a sexy screwdriver of sorts. And for anybody who has to put toys together Christmas morning, this is
also great for husbands, for wives, for them to have just kind of one easy all-in-one tool
I'm always
set.
searching through everything. This would be amazing.
Good. All right, finally, we got about 30 seconds.
This cardigan is such a great buy. Anyone who loves style, you can see this here. This is $40.
Classic.
Tons of different colors, machine washable. And what I love about it is, no matter what, if you want to wear it around the house, if you want to wear it with jeans, my recommendation was something like this. Also, always size up because people like them big and cozy. So it's an easy, one-size-fits-most type of situation.
These are great, all of them. Thank you, Jen. Appreciate it so much. To find these gift options and more, scan the QR code or check out today.com/shop. We'll go over to Chanel.
Oh, yes, we have a treat this morning. Up next, nothing says Christmas season like some live music from Pentatonics. They'll treat us to a song off their new holiday album. But first, this is Today on NBC.
Hey, thanks for watching. And don't forget, you can catch the Today Show every morning on NBC or take Today when you're on the go. Just follow the Today podcast on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you listen.